Now, is there any way to actually extend the depth of the plane? That's a good question, right? The answer is yes, of course. Let's try it. Is that actually possible? It's possible, actually, that the word plane itself doesn't. It means that you just literally can't ever change the depth of it. I think that is the case, right? It will always be 0, right? But of course, you could make a cube with basically the same things, right? So let's make a cube with the same things. So that's going to be a depth of 0. Sometimes it doesn't actually change, which is really unusual. I don't really understand why that is the case. So we'll go out here. Like if I just want to change the scale to 0, press enter. It's a very strange thing that doesn't do anything. It's because I guess it's linked to the position, and the position wouldn't make sense. Well, it could do. It could still make sense, right? Let's just maybe change it to this. Okay, there we go. All right, and let's change the color of it. What was that? I didn't need to do that. We'll go for a blue color here. You see, it's not just as simple as just putting it on there. I actually probably don't want to do it quite like this. So what we'll do is we'll position, let's see, 20 and 20. The 20 and 20 would put it right there. And what do we need to rotate in the Z? No. Rotating here, so this is Z, this is X. So we've got, yeah, X and Z. So I wanted to rotate from here. It'll be Y. We'll do 90 on the Y. And position, we're going to put it at 30. And same for the Z. Actually, we could do... no, you know what? I'll do it at 20. I think the important thing for me on this is to try to actually have some semblance of control over the actual measurements. Because otherwise it just becomes a mess, and I don't like that. Now, we recall that we said if we wanted to expand the size, we need to basically... So, for instance, we can see that this is the Z figure over here. So if I wanted to take the Z to 2, it basically expands in both sides. And is that the case that the whole time? It could be that the pivot is at the top and that's why it's doing it. So let's just check that, right? So when we do the scale of 2, why is that happening? Yeah, that's what I thought. The scale of Z is 2. Yeah, that is odd. I just want to scale Z, not the others. It's because are they linked? Why are they linked? I guess it's a cube, right? That would make sense. But even so, it kind of yeah, no, it was unlinked before. But it was still doing that. Do not constrain proportions. Scale Z to. I guess it's just. Isn't this? So how do you actually make the shape that I want? Is it a cylinder with like a? It might be a derivative of a cylinder, right? Because that is not the shape I want. I want it basically to be that, but then I want the others to be 1. Huh, they're so odd. Why can you do it that way around? All right, and now let's get it to... Is it going to work now? You see, it just still doesn't work. I really wonder why that is. The scale of 1, 1, and then that's 2. There's no constraints on anything else. Position and rotation shouldn't really make a huge amount of difference. Yeah, that is a mystery, that, right? If I wanted to make that 3, I couldn't just change that to 3. I didn't have to. I basically have to do something like that, and then that, and then that. No, this still doesn't work. Yeah, yeah. If I wanted to change the Z to 3, okay, it doesn't really matter. But I basically, here's the thing, right? So I change that to 3, and then 3. Oh no, it's not working again. 3, 3, and then 3, and then we can put it back to 1. So that basically gives me a size of all right. So if I want to extend the x direction there, I do 3. So that's tripled it, right? So then if I put the x at 60, is that going to work? No. So then I triple it, and then the z goes to 90. Right. So instead of basically filling out this area, it's got 3 times bigger here. But the only amount I need to subtract is this area here, right? So it would have to go basically to... Is that right? So the position would have to change... to 40... Is it 45? 50? So that one is at 20, 20, 40. So you're at 20, 10, 10. Top. Yeah, it's because of the rotation, right? I think what I'm seeing, right, is it probably makes sense that when you actually create it, because you're not default, there's no way to like match it. So if you don't create it in the right axis, you're actually going to be in trouble, right? So how might we actually create this shape in the right axis so it actually measures up? Because that way everything will be correct, right? And that's what we want. So this basically, well, actually, we're probably better off remaking this one because this one's actually has been created correctly. Right, so we take a look at that. That is at 0, 90, 0. Okay, so that one is at 0, 0, 0 on the rotation. You know what would be better actually to do then? Let's remove this one. I know we'll literally be working on it for 10 minutes. Then we'll do an alt and a drag across. So it doesn't actually snap in correctly. It doesn't really matter though, because we're going to just change everything anyway. Let's just put that at 30 to get it in place. Interestingly, now it says the rotation is minus 90 there. And I literally just dragged the thing across. So why is that? Now you're saying you're minus 90. That's because that's a plane, right? I would like to make that though.